Let's bring in Lieutenant Tracy McRae of the San Francisco Police Department. It's great to have you again. Morning. I wanted to play for you a couple of things about that show how some people view this crime as not the fault of the perpetrators of the crime. Watch this.
It reads also as an act of desperation. I mean, you're not getting rich off of what you take from a Walgreens. You're getting probably something you need.
This rising crime is not the fault of the movement. It's actually the fault of the police, and this has been our point all along. Why should we keep funding systems and institutions that keep rendering themselves ineffective?
Tracy, how would you respond to that?
Well, I mean, are you kidding me? So it's our fault, the police. I don't remember going out and shooting anyone. We had a murder in the city last night. That wasn't the police doing that. We definitely don't ride our bicycles into the store as our getaway vehicle with a black plastic bag to clear out, you know, the cosmetic aisle and then go take it and probably sell it. So where are these people coming from? And to me, that's just so irresponsible.
Do you sense that the whole defund the police movement has reversed itself now?
Well, with the numbers that you guys just talked about, I would say yes, it is reversing. You still have some holdouts who, are always going to blame the police. But let's be clear, our job is to serve and protect, and we do that on a daily basis where, you know, I think criminals are the ones who are going out and doing all these other things they keep saying. But it's just so easy to blame the police that it's their fallback, and I think everyone's tired of it. Yeah. It's not holding any weight anymore.
Lieutenant, we brought you on television last week, right? Remember this kid? He went into a Walgreens. Guess he wasn't a kid. He was 40 years old, it turns out. And the video shows him loading up a garbage bag and riding out of the Walgreens in broad daylight on a bicycle. Now it turns out he's been arrested. Police say they linked him to 6 prior shoplifting incidents going back from late May to mid-June. That's, what, 3 weeks, 2.5? 5 of the 6 previous thefts took place at the same store. What's going on there?
Right. Well, I mean, it's just like you saw in the video. The security guard couldn't do anything. The people who work in the store, you know, couldn't do anything. And they're just coming in, doing whatever they want, riding out. You know what? Hey, you know what? I need to go. They probably restocked it, so I got to go clean it out again. And then he's caught doing the same thing, right? Same crime. So it's not he was stealing a loaf of bread or a gallon of milk because he was hungry. He was stealing because he must have needed to do something else. I don't know how much eyeshadow he needed, but obviously he needed a whole shelf full, and he walked out of the store with it, or rode out of the store with it.
And now he's been arrested. You know, the Fox News did a poll asking people, do you think there's more or less crime in your area as compared to a year ago? In the country, 73% said more, and in the local area, 54%. So that's happening all across the place. And then we asked this. Do you trust your confidence and trust in the police? You have a great deal or fair amount at 72%. Where is the disconnect between what the people are thinking and what elected leaders are allowing police to do?
I think it's a case of the people who yell the loudest are still yelling the loudest, and some of our elected officials are still listening to that, where your average citizen just, they know because they see it because they're out there. They're not in a bubble, right? They're the ones who cars are getting broken into, their homes are getting burglarized, they're getting accosted on the street. You know, just like the 94-year-old woman out for a walk and she gets stabbed, right? So now her independence is probably going to be taken away from her, where at 94 years old she was able to do this, but now probably not.
Lieutenant, we're waiting to hear from our leadership as to what we're going to do about it.
So am I.
What do you think about that?
I mean, basically, they need to get their head out of the sand. I mean, you see these numbers, crime is rising, shootings are rising, homicides. You saw that god-awful in Chicago, the couple execution style. So here's a young child who's going to grow up without their father, maybe their mother. So that's okay with them. So that's what you're telling me, that it's okay that we have this crime, but you're going to blame us when we're not the ones doing that. We go into work, we do our job, we do our job really well, but you keep wanting to blame us for your failures, right? Money isn't the object. We obviously have enough money that we keep throwing out this problem, expecting it to get fixed. it's insanity.
Fair point.
That's a great way to put it. We'd love to stay in touch with you. Thank you, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Tracy McCray out of San Francisco. Yesterday